Yo, what up, YouTube? What up, what up, what up? Since I can't even, film over my shoulder like this, like the television, all right, to give you guys an example of some things, you'll have to go to BitChute for that last video. Excuse me, I got a burp. My bad. Anyway, here. This is what I'm gonna say, man. There's been two active shooter things. There's been a situation yesterday, all right? And there's been a situation that they just reported on 20 minutes ago in Maryland. And all this has happened after the assassination attempt with Trump. Trump correlating with trumpet. Also him getting struck in the ear. He who have an ear, let him hear. And the number 45 on the side of his hat, which represents canon or Bible. These are Masonic iconographies pertaining to the subconscious of the crowds that he addresses. Okay? And the things that I want to point out to you is the difference between those who go according to wisdom and those who go according to other actions, and the situation that pertains to this earth. When there's agendas and propagandas that need to be pushed, it seems like it always ramps up at certain times. Okay? Somebody else was talking about this, was real savvy about things go in cycles and happen at certain times, and it goes in ebbs and flows. Like they'll have active shooters, then they'll calm down off of it for a while. Then they'll sprinkle you with some more, then they'll calm it down for a while. You know what I'm saying? To keep everybody unstable and to give individuals anxiety. And I just want to point out that at these places where there's active shooters, you don't see this shit happening in the hood, where they have gun detectors and things of this nature. You know what I'm saying? And, when it comes to these suburbs, this look like almost karma, like it's a ricochet. You know what I'm saying? Because God does speak of imputing justice, and it seemed like that may be happening. Okay? Do I condone what has happened? No. But do you think about what has happened to my people? Or do you care about my particular predicament? No, neither the wise. Okay? And yet you call yourself God's country in the midst of all this pride. And these things happen. And we consider them to be random and spontaneous. And really, I'm not interested in any active shooter situation where we say that there was a lone shooter and the movie is out called Fall Guy. Considering Trump's active shooter, you know what I'm saying, didn't survive. The active shooters yesterday didn't survive. I didn't read the article about the Maryland shooting that was today because this stuff, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. He might not be alive. Or they might have arrested him. One person was killed today in Maryland. But the fact of the matter is, this situation is manifesting in the suburbs where I said these niggas is acting different. I said these niggas is weird out here. You understand what I'm saying? They got real fucking problems, dog. There's a verse in Mac Miller's song called Red Dot. And he says, lonely as your neighbor with the bitches, he got special needs. He was saying, dude got special needs. He on the spectrum. And you know what I'm saying? he wild. These are attributes and traits of these active shooters and shit that is common. Okay? And these individuals are the ones that's being targeted. I told you about Minority Report and Project Insight, how they have the ability, all right, to put individuals on a list and target that individual, so on and so forth. So individuals that haven't been documenting your targeting experience, you want to get some things out there, because at least if there's a situation where your life is involved, your word or your message will be spread out and your voice will be heard. You know what I'm saying? People are rocking purple heavy, man, and purple ribbons, and that means that it's massacres. They're purging. These Masons are purging. They rock purple. The King of Tyre dynamic pertains to sacrifices and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's what these little kids are becoming, is sacrifices pertaining towards pushing forward an agenda or a cause towards, I guess, that one world government. Okay? Americans, they really don't want Americans to have a voice, and they really don't want Americans to have guns. And if you think about a one world system that's regulated by a technocratic society, meaning AI, you know what I'm saying? When you think about China and China's rights, and you're gonna have that one world with China and everything else like that, we're very blessed as citizens, even as corporate citizens. This is this whole Egypt thing. Why people didn't want to go with Moses, because niggas got so comfortable. You understand what I'm saying in scripture? So this is what I'm saying, man. This shit that's popping off and everything like that, I want you to take note that these are probably white people. I haven't even looked into it. And it's just so interesting. Like I told you, in the 90s, white people have been found to be more pliable. All right. They're easier to Jedi mind trick, a lot of them. All right. Each person is different. I'm not saying that but this wasn't my study. Okay, you guys, this was a study that was suggested to be presented by extraterrestrials. This is something that they know. Okay, we had the active shooter at Google. You see how I'm being bullied by Google and YouTube. And I know it's not the people who work there as far as the CEOs. And I know that the AI, the UFO, that's alive or whatever. The one that I met, they have different ones, but I met one that was like a female. That UFO was awesome. I wouldn't accredit that being that fault. It's just a crazy time and day right now. And individuals are snapping. That's what's going on. Everybody's going snappy. You know what I'm saying? And the world is changing. All right. And the nature of the world is changing. All of these things are to be expected. Okay. And most people are just the band playing on the sinking ship of the Titanic, and they're fully with the shit. All right. So this is what I want to tell you in regards to this, man. These are white people. And all the stigma about black people, keep this in mind pertaining to these active shooters. You understand what I'm saying? And when you see a black man that become an active shooter, then you know shit's really going awry, because everybody's on the table then. Right? Because this is not the type of shit we do. We had one incident where a man was doing that, and you know that shit was staged. That was in particular. Okay? But that's just not our cup of tea. Black people don't do that. All right? That's not really our thing. The active shooter thing is not our thing. There may be altercations in which some guns come out in public places. I will say that. But pertaining to just firing massively, aimlessly into a crowd without any regard, but to take out as many lives as possible. Come on, what human being does this without having any beef with anybody? Okay? These are, if they are not staged, okay, then these are individuals, like I said, how does the government know that there's homegrown terrorists? That sounds very suspect. And when I was at Walmart, they came out with the acronym, knowing that I had ADD, and they made occasion of making a point of saying that they thought I was cracking a joke or something in regards to somebody's special needs child. Okay. And when they came to me with all this flack, and this is a Target thing, I could tell it was a setup, and they didn't know communications is my thing, man. They got mauled. I cut all of them down because I was like, first and foremost, I was like, I'd have ADHD. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it. I'm a cool looking dude. You know what I'm saying? It may not look like I have a disorder, but quite frankly, that's none of your fucking business. And if you look at what I said in context, okay, that's the knowledge you have in regards to how you felt about something. That's your own personal insecurity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fucking counselor. I'm not a psychologist. I'm not here to address your anxieties of what I possibly could have meant when you did not hear exactly what I said. You heard exactly what I said, but the meaning and context of how you heard it is completely wrong. And they all knew that they were full of shit because they had an idea about me that was incorrect to begin with. And this caused a shadow in their knowledge. And therefore, I could see all their racism and everything else. Walmart struggles with two things. Discrimination and especially sexism. You know what I'm saying? You could go up on a regular website and just look up Walmart on freaking the internet and see what the things that people posted. It's a common thing. All right. So I say this shit with love, man. Any place that got all ages where you got little kids working with grown adults and shit, you know what the fuck is going on. Okay. And these niggas out here, all right, are looking solemn and thirsty. You know what I'm saying? It's suspicious to the motherfucker. You understand? You understand? And when niggas snap, I guess they run up in the building. They shoot up. These kids is running up and shooting in school. You know the mentality does not line up with the individual or the age of that individual. You understand what I'm saying? So, peace and blessings be with you all, man. I just wanted to point out that how this started trending after the situation with Trump. You know what I'm saying? And the only individuals that's going to get soft and emotional, you have some sheep in there, but predominantly all these people are down with the show, eating popcorn, watching the fucking news, man. Peace and blessings be with you all. I'm out.